sound is restless and subversive. Buses grinding to a halt, spewing soot and drunken passengers. A hawker selling bottles of flavoured water, inukamozis while the reggae blaring from his speakers. Shops whose contents spill onto the tarmac, their sounds crude and indecent. Vendors selling lies to the streets. £5, £10, closing down sale, closing down. Further along, women with bare feet gossip outside hairdressers, babies slung to their backs, braids piled high. Hipsters in mismatched denim mutter about politics, their speech controlled and dispassionate, feigning indifference. On Rye Lane, sound is a trap you step into, an intricate web of noise and rhythm that spreads through your body, a reminder that you are organic, digestible, compelling you to stillness. But there, past the electric blue awning of Aldrin's Arcade, past Khan's Bargains where the cash machines click and snap like pincers, lies an anomaly, a black hole absent of sound or movement, opening onto nothing. At first, you think it must be a mistake, a blind spot in the ecosystem of the city, but then you remember that this is the tunnel leading to a post-industrial estate where factory workers once made sporting equipment for the upper classes. Demon drivers and gyro traps and other instruments with fairy tale names, as though industry is a kind of irony or a form of self-deception. Hoping that this black hole will provide a respite from the city, you slip inside, disappearing into the darkness. In the tunnel, sound is muffled. The walls are cold and slightly damp, plastered with posters advertising music festivals from the distant past, an inventory of bands you've never heard of, Future Cup, Shrewd Raider, Destiny's Motives. The space is illuminated by 2 bars of fluorescent light, which shimmer over the words gas, 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 imprinted on the pipework like an anthem. Hidden between 2 images of a skull smoking a cigarette, a spider spins its web, lowering itself slowly into the void. You lean against the wall and listen. At first, the only audible sounds are external to the tunnel, existing outside its walls like an exoskeleton. The croon of a synthesizer in the restaurant next door, talking heads and T-Rex, tin can sounds like the interior of a spaceship. At the entrance to the tunnel, a neon sign points the way to Tonkotsu Bar and Bar, where you can hear the clink of glasses, the sound of unsettled laughter. But then, beneath all this chatter, you notice a low, unwavering hum, like the buzz of electricity. It has an unnatural quality, as though sound has been surgically removed from the space, and this mechanical drone is what is left in its absence. You are unnerved to realize the noise has been there this whole time, that there is a sly intelligence to it, controlled and persistent. Beyond the tunnel, everything is simple. Problems are things that invite analysis, even the gentrifiers are soft and pliable. The difficulty lies in what comes after language, the work of organizing, breaking things down, the dull, hard labor of decomposition. But in the tunnel, problems have sharp edges, they are insecure and delicate, turning sense into a frenzy. In the tunnel, something has happened to sound, a rift has taken place. You prise yourself from the wall, walk the length of the tunnel and back again. You are trying to discover what has gone wrong. The posters on the walls are overlaid with graffiti so that words appear to you as linguistic nonsense, snippets of phrases, hot talk, void disco, defective diss, liminal space. These words are like descriptions in a gallery, instructions for how to read the surroundings or how to listen. Is a tunnel a void or a disc? Is it defective or liminal? Here questioning is an art, a new way of thinking. There are more instructions on the tarmac below, white arrows pointing to the world outside. This strikes you as comical, the implication that there are other forms of movement, that traversing a tunnel could be a matter of ascent, or of passing through walls like a ghost. As you stand there, lost in this network of signs, you are aware of other people passing, people who glitter like beetles, crawling into the cosmic lair of predator. You notice that their speech is scrambled, voices layering over one another, a reminder that tunnels are echo chambers, that echoes are nothing more than polyphonic nonsense, imitations of discourse. It came in at an angle. It's exactly what you'd imagine on a golf course. Kangaroos have been built to beat off criminals. They get really leery about it all coming around. You try to untangle these images to turn them into a kind of narrative, but all you are left with is non-linear impressions, a dreamy underworld of syntax. And underneath it all, that long, low hum, as constant as a metronome, the thing that persists and is amused by itself, like a cybernetic organism, an ironic dream of a common language. On On the wall beneath the posters, you read the words, we slip in as nature, break down the layers. You follow the hum to the end of the tunnel, pipe work snaking, the light as thin as a membrane. As you move, the sound begins to change, becoming high-pitched and frenetic, as though it knows you have taken an interest. You see that the sound is coming from a silver box set into the ceiling, bunting strung across the metal, colours obscured by the dust. The noise is anxious and the box is a criminal. You want to catch the sound, to hold it in the palm of your hand. Will it be a lump of metal, black with oil curled around a pebble, or something softer, a green, organic form, tender and gelatinous, pulsing like a muscle? In a parallel universe, the box begins to buckle, folding in on itself. As you watch, a single sheet emerges, furling around an atom, plugging itself into the building in a gently undulating, monochromatic whirl of barely articulated